On one side of the workshop, there was a pile of wood shavings. Today, I trimmed the wood, washed my hands, and had dinner. Joseph's day was always like that. The days were not much different. But that night, when I fell asleep, the world changed. It was a dream, but it didn't seem like a dream. The angel said, "To take Mary as your wife. The child conceived in her is from the Holy Spirit." Joseph woke up from his sleep. I was sitting in the darkness. There were stars outside the window, and there were still unrefined pieces of wood in the workshop. It seemed like nothing had changed, but everything has changed. That morning, Joseph woke up and welcomed Mary as his wife. I didn't ask. I didn't place any conditions. It wasn't because I understood. It was about accepting the unexplainable. The Bible records that moment calmly. Joseph awoke from his sleep and took Mary as his wife. As commanded by the angel of the Lord, Matthew 1:24. It's one sentence, but how much is contained in that one sentence? The villagers must have whispered. Joseph must have heard. Still, he said nothing. I protected Maria. The baby was born. It was a stable. It was not the first night that Joseph dreamed. A place where the cold wind comes in, a place that smells of beasts. However, Joseph stood his ground. I looked at the baby. I only knew that this child was the Son of God, by the words of the angel. That was enough. And then the dream came again. Herod is looking for the baby, so flee. Joseph got up that very night. He woke the sleeping Mary. I held the baby. I set out into the darkness, Matthew 2:14. I had no idea how far Egypt was, or how to live there. Still, I walked. In Egypt, Joseph would have become a carpenter again. He learned a foreign language, found work, and fed his family. It was also in Egypt that baby Jesus took his first steps, the child who learned to walk by holding Joseph's finger, later walked the world and preached the gospel. After returning to Nazareth, Joseph went back to his workshop. He taught how to work with wood while having Jesus by his side. There were no words, but there were hands. There was time to work together. Jesus was later called the son of a carpenter, Matthew 13:55. This meant that Joseph's name remained within Jesus. The Bible does not record a single word spoken by Joseph. However, his life speaks volumes. That silence can be deeper than words. That even if you don't understand, you can still walk forward. That with ordinary hands, you can protect the sacred. Today, somewhere, there is someone silently protecting their family. There are people who stand their ground even without knowing the reason. Joseph is their saint.